So if you haven't noticed, there has been some interesting thoughts on what is going on with this whole Trump situation. And for those of you who have no clue, maybe new, there is no one else that can save America other than Trump. And we've discussed this before, but at this point, they're willing to do anything to keep him out of office. In fact, Kamala just did a little ad because they're worried about how much Donald Trump is getting in campaign donations.
Donate today for your chance to have a cup of coffee with President Biden and me.
Who legitimately would want to have a cup of coffee with you? Someone explain that to me. Who wants to do that? Anyways, one of my favorite people in the world, Maxine Waters. Real fucking Karen she is. I feel bad for all the people whose name's Karen, but I think her name should be Karen Waters, not Maxine Waters. She gets on a day after Trump's conviction, and she starts calling everybody who supports him a domestic terrorist. Now, let's just be careful about what we're saying here, Maxine, because I believe the left is the one who destroyed America in 2020, okay? I mean, that's a fact. If you want to take a parade that happened on January 6th as a bunch of domestic terrorists, you're well within your opinion to do so, but you're really being a pot calling the kettle black here. But why don't we just have a quick blast from the past here, Maxine, and listen to all of your friends call for direct violence against Donald Trump, against his supporters, and against anybody who owns a gun or believes in America.
There needs to be unrest in the streets for as long as there's unrest in our lives.
You gotta be ready to throw a punch. You have to be ready to throw a punch.
Donald Trump, I think you need to go back and punch him in the face.
That I thought he should have punched him in the face.
Feel like punching him.
I'd like to take him behind the gym if I were in high school. If we were in high school, I'd take him behind the gym and beat the hell out of him.
No, I will go and take Trump out tonight.
Take him out now.
When was the last time an actor assassinated a president?
They're still going to have to go out and put a bullet in Donald Trump.
Show me where it says that protests are supposed to be polite and peaceful.
I have thought an awful lot about blowing up the White House.
Please, get up in the face of some Congress people.
People will do what they do.
I want to tell you, Gorsuch, I want to tell you, Kavanaugh, you have released the whirlwind, and you will pay the price.
We're gonna go in there, we're gonna
This is just a warning to you Trumpers. Be careful. Walk lightly. And for those of you who are soldiers, make them pay.
If you had to be stuck in an elevator with either President Trump, Mike Pence, or Jeff Sessions, who would it be? Does one of us have to come out alive?
You know, the two that kind of were just like, wow, was the guy who's like, oh, you got to put a bullet in him, and then Kamala at the end. It's pretty obvious what y'all are planning for Trump. And I got to tell you, he's in my prayers every day, because if something does happen to him, we're all fucked. Everyone, big thank you to Blackout Coffee for sponsoring today's video. They just came out with their premium instant coffee. Probably some of the best instant coffee I've ever tried. Very simple to use. You get a hot cup of water in your Blackout mug, pour her on in, stir it for 1 second, and boom, an amazing cup of instant coffee. Oh, that's good. Now, for those of you who are more aggressive coffee drinkers like me, I'm talking like a pot of coffee before noon. The 5-pound bag. If you have a roast you really like, Brutal Awakening for me, just makes sense. But more importantly than all that, right now in America, it is so important for us to support companies who support Trump, who support our side, who are willing to fight alongside him. So we're giving you a discount code below the video. Go support an amazing business and get some amazing coffee. But now let's go to Maxine Waters, because she's saying that we're calling for a civil war, or we're calling for, I don't know, people to be domestic terrorists and all that. Let me explain how this worked, Maxine. When Trump got his conviction, there wasn't one civil unrest, there wasn't riots, there wasn't anything. You know what there was, though? There was support where it counts. Everyone who supports Trump pretty much donated to him. They've got over $200 million in donations since his conviction. But somehow you're still taking the road of, oh, well, maybe Trump supporters are going to do what we did back in 2020 and destroy major cities. Listen to this goofy ass person.
I am going to spend some time with the criminal justice system, with the justice system, asking them, tell us what's going on with the domestic terrorists. Are they preparing a civil war against us? Should we be concerned about our safety? What is he doing with this divisive language? It is dangerous, and we're going to have to make sure that we understand that we're not at risk with this man talking in the way that he's doing.
You know, it boggles my mind every time I see somebody in our government talk like this. You guys are just stupid. Like, this is proof you don't have to be the sharpest knife in the drawer to have some kind of future in any kind of business. What have we done where you can legitimately say, oh yeah, that's domestic terrorism. Oh yeah, they're planning a civil war. We've donated money to the candidate that we like. That's what we've done. I don't know of one protest, one anything. But at the end of the day, you win elections with money. You win elections by campaigning. You win elections by making sure that all of your people are together. But isn't this just goofy? What if we flip this whole thing around? What if Joe Biden was in the same situation as Trump right now? You know what? Better yet, what if Kamala Harris was? Detroit, LA, Minneapolis, every major city that is predominantly voting blue would be destroyed overnight.
Copy that. Here we go. All right, this is getting serious. Oh my goodness. Oh. Holy Christmas. Oh boy. We've got two CHP cruisers.
But somehow we're the terrorists. So I think this is ultimately a time that we all come together. We support each other because at the end of the day, if somehow Trump does not get into office, who knows? Who knows what will happen to America? But we all know that it will never be the same.